My mental health struggles make me consider giving my 2-year-old daughter up for adoption. I came to the realization that I need to place my almost 2-year-old daughter up for adoption. I'm a single mom with no family support and no support from the birth father. I have come from a broken and abusive family, as my mom was an addict, which forced me in foster care from the age of 12 until I aged out. These experiences have caused me to struggle from PTSD and depression for my whole adulthood. I'm 30 years old and never wanted to be a parent, but got pregnant on accident when birth control failed. Initially, I wanted to put my baby up for adoption when she was born, but my mum and family pressured me into keeping the baby and promised at that time that they would help me. Besides the limited help I got from my mother, all of those were empty promises, which made it really hard to raise my daughter. To make matters worse, my mom has recently passed away, so now I'm all alone. At this moment, I have a stable job, and I'm able to financially support my daughter and myself, but my mental health is deteriorating quickly. I'm already in therapy, but my mental health is not getting better, and I see no signs of it improving anywhere soon. Now, I had a healthy pregnancy, no drug or tobacco use, and I didn't even drink coffee. My daughter is very healthy, loving, well-adjusted girl, and is hitting all her milestones. She loves her stuffed animals, loves affection, and adores cuddling. She loves music and dancing, and she's really the cutest thing in this world. Unfortunately, my mental has made it difficult to care for her, especially after losing my mother, which has left me to leave her crying in her crib, as sometimes I just can't handle it. I really love her, but I just feel that I'm unable to take care for her in the way that I should. The last months have not been healthy for her, and I want her to have a better life than what I had. I'm just looking for any advice or people that have experiences with placing a toddler up for adoption. I want her to have a good family. Any non-judging advice would be great. Update 1. Just wanted to update this post. Apologies for not responding sooner. My daughter and I are doing much better than before. So, back in March, I went through a bad mental health break. I became very depressed and lost over 20 pounds. I went into an inpatient hospital, which was more of a holding detention than a psychiatric hospital, but learned a lot from the other patients. After that experience, I ended up doing an extra psychiatric program, which is an intense outpatient program where you spend 8 hours a day doing therapy work. This really helped me with developing my coping skills and gave me a way to reframe negative thought patterns. Right before all of this happened, I had surrendered my daughter's custody to DCF, so she wasn't around me when I had my mental break. Thankfully, she was placed in a very good foster home while I got my help. After I went through all of my treatments and showed that I was able to follow the DCF recommendations, my daughter was allowed back home. Now today, my daughter is doing well. She has a slight separation anxiety when I leave or drop her off at daycare, but it has actually gotten much better over the last months. DCF is still doing monthly check-ins, and her ex-foster mom still comes by from time to time. My daughter is a sweet little girl, and she loves the affection and hugs she gets from everyone. She seems to be developing well emotionally, which really makes me happy with everything that she went through. For myself, I have been working on my mental health and have been able to stay away from toxic people. I have also been focused on whole body wellness, so I'm doing weight training, some martial arts, eating better food, and have been practicing yoga stretching. I like being active and living healthy, which has really helped my mental health struggles. It has also definitely helped me in developing a better self-esteem. I didn't take any pictures of myself for 2 years, but I'm starting to take pictures and start to actually enjoy life. I'm in a much better headspace and feel much more hopeful about the future. Thank you all for your help and advice. My sister reached out to me, saying that she has seen my girlfriend cheat on me with a friend of mine. My girlfriend and I have been dating for a little over 3 years, and everything was great until about 6 months ago. We had less time for each other, and our intimacy suffered from it. I'll admit that it was mostly my fault, as work got really stressful, and I had some family issues, which unfortunately resulted in my relationship suffering. My girlfriend came to me with these issues, and we had a good talk. I promised to put more effort into our relationship, and I do think things have gotten better overall. I know there is still room for improvement, and as I absolutely love this girl, I'm more than willing to put in all the effort. Now last night, my girlfriend told me she was going to a club with some friends after work, and I didn't think anything of it. She often goes partying with these people, so there is no reason for me to be suspicious. However, around 11 p.m., my sister started sending me some texts that she saw my girlfriend and a friend of hers making out at the club. I didn't believe her at first, and she told me that when she grabbed her phone to make pictures, they had stopped, but were still dancing very intimately. She sent me a few pictures of them dancing, and this made me feel very uncomfortable. Now my sister and my girlfriend are by no means angry with each other, and although they are not friends, have always been friendly towards each other. So I'm almost certain that she would not make up these claims. They are just very hard to believe. This morning, I sent the pictures in a text to my girlfriend and asked if she could explain why they are dancing so intimately. She said all they did was dance and told me that I was being paranoid. I said to her that my sister had seen them making out, and after a bit of arguing my girlfriend, she kept to her story and told me to either believe her or my sister. I told her that I no longer knew what to believe and that I would need some time to think, to which she responded with, "Whatever." Now I have also messaged the friend with which she supposedly made out and asked him to explain everything. I basically begged him to give me an answer, but he hasn't messaged me back, which feels like a sign of guilt. Now I'm really starting to believe that she has actually cheated on me, and I'm not sure what I should do now. One part of me really wants to believe her, but with all the circumstances, it seems unlikely that my sister has lied. Update 1. So I figured I'd give an update on what happened. They both never texted me back. I probably would never have heard from either of them if I didn't keep asking to know the truth. They both agreed to come over last Monday night and explained everything. So, long story short, she admits to cheating, and even told me that after the party, they went to his place and had an intimate moment. They claim it was the first time this had happened, but had already been seeing each other before. About 4 months ago, they ran into each other, after we had a particularly bad fight that I don't remember. He had noticed that she was upset, so he took her out for lunch, and they talked about our relationship. They exchanged numbers, and she ended up texting him about 2 weeks later, when I went fishing with some friends for the weekend. Since then, they have apparently been texting daily and hung around at least 2 to 3 times a week. She then started to shift the blame to me on how I've pushed her away these last 6 months. I reminded her that we had a talk about this and that things got better, but she claims it only got better for about 3 weeks, and after that, it was back to normal. I asked her why she didn't bring it up again, and she claims she did, but that I simply didn't listen. I told her that regardless of the situation, she should have just broken up with me instead of cheating. She agrees that she messed up, but continues to put the blame on me. At that point, I simply told them to get out of my house and said that I never wanted to see either of them again. I'm sitting here now, alone, and really do not know how to feel. I hated them when they walked in and swore to never see her again, but I'm now left with an empty feeling. I also apologized to my sister for doubting her. She said she didn't care, and she was simply happy for me that I got those people out of my life. For now, I'm probably staying single for a while, as I'm still struggling with my feelings. My friends have assured me, however, that I'll soon be feeling better, so I'm looking forward to that.